It just makes me so happy. Welcome, welcome. We are live with the Plus SideZ
Hello.
Podcast. Unfiltered, uncut, uncensored. This microphone makes me feel so powerful. I don't know what it is. Like, I feel very like, good morning, Vietnam, ever since I got it.
Holy Kim.
Listen,
Listen,
it's
I'm
all
driving
fine. Like,
cat.
these are our friends here. Yes, well, we have an exciting show. And it's going to be wonky like usual with our lives, right? So we have who is this person with these lovely locks? Who is this?
Yeah, it's a new person.
Who is
New
that new
phone, who
person?
this?
Who is?
New phone, who this?
You look gorgeous. I swear, like a goddess. It's amazing. You're like, bam, bam.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
It
welcome.
is the melanated woman's rite of passage for summer.
I love it so much.
Right.
It's gorgeous.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we don't have a mod tonight. So maybe I wish I'd given Lydia like permissions. I wonder if I can do that from here.
I wonder.
No, I can put her in timeout. That's fun. No, I would never. Ban user, never. No. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We got lots to talk about today. And JT has a lot to talk about. So we're actually going to start with her because she has other plans and she's got a dash because she has a life and 2 jobs. So she's so we're going to start with you.
My sister-in-law too. But I'm here for the ride.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right. We got this. We got it.
I can be here for the right, like,
I'll put the alien in for it. So
well, like we got 20 minutes left with you because you got a dash. So
we're
gonna do your stuff. So we gotta do our stuff first.
Who?
Because of the tech.
Me?
Because of our tech. Yeah, you.
No.
You have tea.
good. Huh?
You said you can only stay 30 minutes.
No. That like
changed?
was before. Yeah.
Oh, it's
I'm
been
good.
changed, so you can stay the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay. Well, now I have to change the way I was
Party
gonna do
time.
everything. Wait, no, I can't do that. We're just gonna do it this way. It's fine.
Party time.
We're gonna stick with the plan. Good Lord. Okay. Y'all killing me.
It's Friday.
Okay. So that's right. It's Friday. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with a special announcement, and then we're gonna move into tea time since we got a little time. Okay. So I know you guys we have grown very, very fast. And
Thank you.
I'm really tired and I need some help. So I really need us to work on social and growing social. It's not my jam. It's not my expertise. Messaging and positioning is my expertise. And I need someone that like understands all those things. Perhaps a millennial. I mean, I don't know. Like, so I was kind of looking and trying to figure out, and it turns out we have someone that had asked permission to make some clips from a special episode. And I just thought they were so good. And I was like, man, I need that. I need that up and running now. Someone that's very special and near and dear to our heart. And she is going to be joining us to help us continue to grow the podcast. And that special person is, welcome, the new crew member. Yay. So Lydia is going to be helping us grow our social channels and managing that and working on shorts and all of these different things for us because we got to get going. So we need help. I need help. I love doing this, but my family's feeling a little bit lonely, I think. So I want to make sure I can have, the bandwidth. My husband would kill me for saying that, the capacity to spend time with them. So I did, because I thought that JT was going to be leaving early. And then I thought that Kat wasn't going to be here, but then life changes and ebbs and flows. And that's cool because we can do that too on a live. And I invited another special guest, and we do have a community guest as well. But since I already like scheduled what we're going to do, we're just going to start with something. And I did make you a new bumper, as Dave you would say. Yeah, here comes. Ready?
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Tea time. I like that.
Mama.
So it's like your news. So we have the GLP-1 as the world turns one that we could do too. But I just was like, it's cute. I'm playing. I'm just figuring all this out.
Oh,
anyway,
well.
but I know you have lots of stuff that went on this week. We talked about some of it on Dave's channel about, the calls and such.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. We
So
did.
let's
I-
do them. Let's just talk about those things. We'll start there.
Okay, quickly,
Okay.
because I believe in bullet points and
I do.
cliff notes. So
Yeah,
the
girl.
again, Eli Lilly, our beloved Eli Lilly, had their quarterly earnings call on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have not listened to it, I highly recommend that you go to the Eli Lilly website and you can listen to the replay as well as you can look at the slides that were presented. All of this information is public. But what I will say is first, the CEO, Annette Ashkenazi, she spoke a little bit, mainly the Eli Lilly, like high level executives spoke, like in charge of marketing, in charge of research and development. Here are the key takeaways. So, yes, obviously they talk numbers because most of us are investors with Eli Lilly, and we want to see what the return on our money is. Well, the return on our money is pretty daggone good right now. If you purchased stock from for Eli Lilly, like in January 2023, your stock is pretty much doubled because of pretty much Mounjaro. Mounjaro is the king of the hill, as we already know, not just because of GLP-1s, but because it is well on its way to getting the FDA indication for weight management, which everyone is so excited about. And it's almost like a turning of the tide. Put a pin in that. We'll talk about that in a minute. The second piece that Eli Lilly talked about was because Mounjaro has been so popular and because of the intermittent shortages that we have all come to know and love, the scripts for Trulicity have doubled. So Trulicity and Mounjaro actually have the same injector pen. It's the same pen, just a different name. So it's very efficient for them to make those medications. The third topic that was a huge point was that the new manufacturing facility in Concord, North Carolina is online. Yes, so they were saying by end of year, but it is online. I had already heard that they were hiring people, that they were interviewing. That is online, and they discussed that particular manufacturing facility has different manufacturing lines, so it can produce Mounjaro, it can produce Trulicity, pretty much it can produce different medications all in one location. So that is good. Eli Lilly did say that there will be intermittent shortages through the end of the year 2023, as well as into 2024. Yay. So,
Louise.
look, so everyone make sure that you exercise your fingers because you'll
Mm.
probably have to keep calling pharmacies.
Mhm.
And sorry.
The
Yeah.
dialers. Yeah.
Look, Kat, I'm sorry. I know that you just love waiting for your prescription, to come in the
Oh, I love it
mail,
too.
but
Mhm.
I need you to hold your enthusiasm. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So that is very good news. I remember I reported a couple of weeks ago that Eli Lilly is opening 5 new manufacturing facilities. One is
Yeah.
in Ireland because there will be an expansion of Mounjaro into Europe. Fourth topic, talking about the expansion into Europe, Man on the Mounjaro reported, he broke the news about the single-use vials for Mounjaro. Well, those vials will go to Europe first. So we will still have the injection pens. Those aren't going anywhere, but I'm keeping mine just in case. I know it's weird, but I'm keeping mine. So
Such a
just in
ham.
case they decide to switch it up, I still have my beloved pen. I
Oh
think
my
it's
gosh.
aesthetically pleasing.
It
I think
is,
it's fantabulous. And I
but
use it
it's
as a
got your
pointer.
blood on it. Throw it away.
But it has a thing on
It
it.
still
Has
has
a
your
cap.
DNA in it. Throw it
It
away.
has a cap. Okay,
You know
and
I'm always
that
going to tease you for that.
I
Always.
know. Look, I know, but that's okay.
Listen, you're a
So
marketer's dream. I get it. Like, I love that you love it that much, actually.
look, I do. Look, I
Yeah,
do,
a
which
lot
is a
of
little
people do.
scary. But here's the thing. So the other two manufacturing facilities over in Indianapolis, they did not give
Mhm.
a date on those, but they really were hung bent. Eli Lilly was hung bent on getting that one in North Carolina open because
Yeah.
it's going to produce multiple um, medications.
Yeah.
Then they talked about the question did come up, and that's where the juicy part comes in. I
Mhm.
like to hear them talk, but the question and answer period is where you really get all of the good information. You get the good stuff.
Yeah.
So Morgan Stanley was on the call. Like many large banks were questioning whether once Mounjaro gets the weight management indication, will it be a different name or
Yeah.
is it still going to be Mounjaro? Eli Lilly was kind of coy with their answer. They said that we are continually evaluating the presentation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That is
when
some
they,
horse shit.
yes,
Yeah. They're going to
I
rebrand.
believe that
Of
I
course
believe
they
that they
are.
already have that decided because
Of course
there
they
is
do.
no way because that
No.
takes time.
I will tell you that
Also,
as a marketer to rebrand something takes months, if not a year.
yeah.
It's so much time. Like the legal and even at a big company
Mhm.
takes forever.
Mhm.
If not,
Yeah.
it's even longer actually. They already know. They already
Yeah.
know. This isn't going to
Oh,
be like a, oop, 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 oop.
look like,
They like to play that a
oh,
lot, don't you think?
oh,
Oh, we didn't
look,
know the
oh,
demand.
oh,
Lies. You
oh.
guys are brilliant go-to-market strategists. Lies.
Eli Lilly has been playing chess and not
Yeah,
checkers with this, which
100%.
I
Yes.
absolutely love.
I think
So
Novo
when,
is chess, though. I think Novo is checkers, and Eli Lilly
yes,
is. It's
Novo
just a
is
whole
checkers,
different.
Eli Lilly is chess, because
Yeah,
when they talked about presentation, they also brought in the multi-disc pen, which
yeah,
it's going to be similar, not necessarily
like
aesthetically
Ozempic.
similar, but to
Yeah,
Ozempic.
yeah,
So they're introducing that. Now,
yep,
this is just my speculation.
yeah. That's cool. We can do
Either
that.
they're
That's our show.
so these nice little aesthetic injector pens,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
they're probably going to leave this for the type 2 diabetic medication, right? But they'll have the weight management be the multi-use pen,
Yeah,
the multi-disc pen. So they did break that news, and they're just pretty much just kind of being a little coy with all of their answers in terms of, well, what about this? Now, in terms, they're very excited. Lastly, Eli Lilly is committed. They are committed to fighting obesity. Also, as a point of reference, 50% of their scientists are women of color.
oh, I love that.
So, yes. So they are completely 100% in. And they talked about there are like 256 comorbidities that come with obesity.
Yeah,
And they're not wanting PBMs, insurers, just to buy in on a particular drug. They
yeah,
believe that if one drug works well, that the entire class of medication will work well because they've
sure.
seen it with doctors writing the scripts. There has been an uptick, as we know, in the number of new prescriptions just for Mounjaro alone.
Yeah,
They're also talking about how ending the OG savings card, the one that ended on 630, positively affected the bottom line. Pretty much
sure.
Yet they made a profit of 900 and some odd million. I mean, almost $1 billion just with stopping that
Sure.
savings card.
Wow.
And they do have the numbers. They have the receipts to show that people are paying for the medication. So
Sure.
it's kind of like, well, why offer a savings card when you got people?
Because not a
paying?
lot are, and not of them are paying full price because they're using that e-voucher and they're getting it for like half. That's the
Look,
difference. People are
correct.
coming up with 500. They just can't come up with 1,200. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Sneaky.
to them, 500 is better than 25.
Yeah, like the difference between 500. Yeah,
Right.
and like that's like straight profit, because when they go to market, I'm telling you right now, I know this stuff. When you go to market with something, especially something like this with a coupon, so like in tech, it's like, especially SaaS, it's like try and buy. You have
Mhm.
you have decided, like whatever that piece is, right? Like, hey, I've gone to market and I've spent this much money, and that is all acceptable risk. That is all like they've decided that all that is okay. And you do not do a big company. All these people sign off on this stuff forever. This has never been I don't really know kind of. They know
Yeah.
exactly what they're doing. They're
Oh, this is
masters.
very calculated.
Oh
It's
yeah, for
like
sure.
extremely, extremely calculated.
Yes. I
I'm
told you there
telling
was
you,
going to be another coupon. Nobody believed me.
I did.
Right.
Look,
Believed me.
I didn't
I
think it was
believed
going to
you.
be $25.
I said that too. There's no way. It's over. That party's over.
Right.
But it was a
Yeah.
good party. We stayed a
I
while.
didn't
It was a good time.
say it was going to be $25, but I will
Yeah.
say that I can understand why they're being so tight-lipped. When I
Sure.
visited Eli Lilly in corporate headquarters in June of this year, it reminded me of my employer. They had their own security detail. Like, you, once you left the lobby, recording ended. It was done. It's like, oh, okay. But it's a, sprawling corporate campus, and they truly believe in innovation. So that was the Eli Lilly conference call.
Cool.
Also,
That's a lot. That's a
yeah.
lot.
Well, you know what? Novo Nordisk had a conference call. Theirs
Yeah.
wasn't as big because at this point, Wegovy is just the
Yeah.
stock levels for Wegovy is almost like a dumpster fire. I'm not saying
Yeah. Well,
Wegovy
yeah,
is.
because
I'm
they
just
can't
saying that the
deliver.
stock levels.
Yeah,
You can't keep
and that's
it in.
and that's the thing with
They
competition.
were
Like, it
threatening
doesn't matter.
doctors,
It doesn't matter.
know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what market that you're in. Like, if you can't, it doesn't matter how great your product is. If you can't execute your strategy, if you can't come to market, if you can't meet the demand, then you're going to fail. And that's where they
Yeah.
are. Now, I think it's very interesting what you said about them saying, like, actually, it's really about this whole class and it's really about this whole thing. That's a
Yep.
better together signal, right? So
Mhm.
that makes sense if they're trying to somehow join forces to be able to go and, petition to get on Medicare, right?
Yes.
With whatever
And
that act is called, which I'm sure that you know. So that's a very good signal that that's what they're going to
yeah.
do, is that they're
Yeah.
stronger and they have a lot of money if they do it together, because it benefits
Yes.
everybody. There's plenty of
Pro.
business for them. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like,
Yes.
and if they can get half, and they can get half. Like, I'm just saying, like, they're not.
Honey,
These people are so smart, JT. I swear, I've
but
never seen
they're
anything like it.
making money hand over fist. So
100%. Yes.
So the bill that you're talking about is TROA. That has
Oh
been
no.
in and
Count to 5.
out
1,
of
2,
Congress.
3, 4. All right, she's back. Wait. 5, 6. You're back.
Hello.
Okay, we
Yeah,
got you.
I'm here.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
The bill
That
is where
yes,
where
TROA.
you cut out.
Yeah, okay. TROA is the acronym
Yeah.
for it.
TROA.
That has been in and out of Congress for years. Well,
Yeah.
finally, it's starting to gain traction again. That's a good thing, because at this point, Novo Nordisk has hired a lobbying firm to
Yeah.
get Ozempic, to get Wegovy on Medicare. And as Dr. Michael Albert told us on episode
Mhm.
number 1 of the Plus SideZ, once you get a medication on Medicare, it's going everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We're going to get better.
yeah, so that's good. Now, Novo Nordisk also had their conference, their earnings call, and they have the the clinical results, which shows that semaglutide has positive cardiovascular health
Yes.
benefits.
Sweet.
So now you're seeing even more of an uptick in scripts being written to patients that doctors believe that will benefit, that suffer from cardiovascular issues. So
Yeah.
that's just another testament of
Totally.
the
That's what gets my
GLP-1
family.
class.
The cardio is what gets my family every time.
Really?
That's my thing. Both sides.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
and lastly,
so much.
I had said, and it wasn't me, but it was
Yeah.
reported
Mhm.
3 weeks ago that
Mhm.
letters were going out to people with commercial medical insurance, and their medical insurance, their formularies were changing. They were getting letters, and they still
Mhm.
are. It was
Yeah.
confirmed this week. We're starting to
Yeah.
see more and more people in the community that are going to the pharmacy to pick up their prescription, and it's now prior authorization is required.
Sure. Yep.
Or starting starting August 1, September 1, October
Yeah.
1, your coverage for Mounjaro, your coverage for Ozempic,
Yep.
whatever GLP-1 will be ending.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Yeah.
it's like you take one step forward, and then it feels like you take 2 or 3 steps back.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I
That
think
was
that's
this
going to be the
week.
fight for a long time. Yeah. That was a week of news, man, wasn't it?
I know, right? Good God.
Yes. Good God. Like,
It
I
was
mean,
good though.
we'll
It's still
go like a
good
few
news
weeks
too.
with nothing, and then it'll just be like all the things.
I
Earnings
know.
calls. There's always lots around that. Yeah, I was on Dave's show last night, Man on the Manjaro.
Yes.
So kind to
How
have me
was
on.
it? Did you have
Yes.
fun?
I had so much fun. We talked for like 2 hours. Like eventually we were like, we should probably stop.
You
Like
did.
we had a
You
good time.
Heard
all,
it all.
look,
We nerded
you
out
all,
real good.
Dinosaur Monkey Farts did so well last night, which she always does well. But if you want to see the replay, go over to Man of the Mounjaro, his
Yeah.
YouTube channel, and you can see the replay. She did so well. She represented the plus side. She represented the
Yep.
TikTok GLP-1 community to the highest. And I was so happy for you. And I purposely didn't type anything until like closer to the middle to the end, because
Yeah.
you were just in your flow. And I highly
Yeah.
recommend that you all watch the replay, because Kim
Oh,
really
it's
did
sweet.
represent us.
They were vibing. It was
Thank
like,
you.
because I
Oh yeah,
listened
we
to it
get
this
along
morning.
really
'Cause
well.
I passed out on it because I'm
Because
yeah,
it was late. Yeah.
yeah. And so this is silly, and it's got nothing to do with anything. But Dave, my name is Kat. So next time you want to plug the plus size, there's a
Yeah.
third person.
Yeah, there is. Be
Yes.
like
Yes.
Kim and Kat. Yeah, and Kat's a
I
good
do the
time,
butt
Dave.
stuff.
Yeah, she does the butt stuff.
Yes.
I do the butt
She's
stuff.
got Kat's
She's a
corner.
real good time,
But
Dave.
anyway,
Really
She is.
good.
If you need another guest, she's fabulous. Yes.
Yes.
You
She
guys
knows
were
all the
vibing
things.
so
Plus,
hard
she's like,
about butts.
well, yeah. Well, you could
She does
definitely
butt
vibe
stuff
about
in
butt
Paris.
stuff. Yeah.
but it
Cat.
still sounds stupid. I should
I
anyway.
love
know.
it. The butt
She
stuff's my
does
favorite.
butt stuff in France. I'm sorry. She does butt stuff
On
in
Homer's
France.
steps. Yeah, butt stuff with Homer.
That's
It was
it.
Homer's Odyssey, but in any case, like you guys were vibing so hard. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
we
we're
always listen
straight
to
nerds.
Jernine when
Yeah.
Jernine's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Journey
love
did
it.
so good. I was like, I mean, like that's the thing is when we're all together, and then also when Journey's internet sucks. I feel like sometimes we talk over each other, and I hate that. So like, I want to work on like making sure everybody has space, And then we all get passionate kind of about our own things, and then I want us to work on that. That's what season 2 is going to be all about. Finding a
We're
way.
gonna have
I don't
fun.
know. I got to like research and figure out how that's done. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
But
yeah. Well, I've been searching Amazon, so I think I found
Oh.
something for my iPad Pro, because
Oh.
even though I have my MacBook, the
Yeah.
iPad Pro is where
Dave
it
just
is
gave
for
us an
me.
awesome idea
Yeah.
to sponsor your freezes.
We should. With
So
what should we
I
what should
don't
we
think
sponsor it with?
we should
What
do
did he
that.
say?
Be
Dave
like,
gave us an amazing idea. Where is it?
it's like this. Freeze. Okay. No.
Yeah, Dave and I were both really tired, so we really didn't know how well it was going to go. Like he was traveling for work. We both have 2
Oh my
jobs.
God, freeze
We
your
both have a
fat, not the
family.
news. This is
Freeze
amazing.
your fat and not.
Dave, do
Wait,
we have to
what?
pay you for these ideas?
Freeze
Oh
your
no,
fat and not
maybe.
the
I don't know. Dave has a friends. If you have a
Dave's got a
business
great
and you are
mind.
looking for marketing
Oh
help,
yeah, just
Dave
marketing.
does marketing.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen his channel, but not only is it good content, but it is fly. Like it is
I know.
really aesthetically
fun.
pleasing and
He
entertaining.
has
Yes.
like
Yeah.
all like the
Yeah.
consistent color palette.
Oh yeah,
and
it's
like
awesome.
I
Yeah.
want to be like Dave when I
Dave,
grow
if
up.
I get big enough, you're going to handle our marketing, okay?
Pretty much.
It's sold.
Thanks,
Sold.
Dave.
It's going to happen. Get a few more
Yes.
sponsors and I can have my life back and, you can take on all the marketing work. That would be fabulous. But
We're
then you
just
won't
gonna
have life
keep
anymore.
it
I don't
in-house.
know.
We're just
Yeah.
gonna keep everything
Why not?
in-house. But
Why not? It's
Dave,
like only people that look out for our community are people in our community.
know.
I can't even get someone to write a story about Rosie O'Donnell. Like, what the crap? She's the best.
Well,
It's driving me crazy.
Kim, that is gonna get picked up. Remember
It's
how
been over a
we
month. I don't even know. Like,
look, but remember how when we first started, what did Kat say? What did I say? And we all agreed, and we said it in passing.
Yeah.
We're going to get Rosie O'Donnell.
we're gonna get.
We didn't know how it was going to happen. We didn't know
Manifestation,
when,
the affirmative,
Yeah.
crap.
but
What's it?
it happened.
Law of attraction.
Oh, manifestation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. I just don't
Now we're just
understand why someone wouldn't want to write.
Call
It's such
Big
a good
Al and
story,
see if he's.
you
I
know
am so entertained by
Big
Dave's
Al and see
comments
if
here.
he's on board.
what?
See now, see,
all
you know
checking
what,
the
Dave?
chat.
Yep, now it's time for Kat's butt stuff. I'm just kidding.
Butt stuff.
Yes.
Weird
Butt
plug.
stuff with
I don't know.
Kat.
Anyway,
I like
Butt
it.
stuff.
You got butt stuff, fitness stuff.
I am
push
getting
of
with the
fun. It's
trainer
great.
too, so we're gonna be doing lots of butt stuff. So,
Oh, okay. Well, we have to
Well,
make
I
time for
ordered
Kat's
a
Corner.
pillow though,
thanks,
Kat.
Sabrina. Yes, you what now?
You did?
I actually ordered that pillow that you suggested with the hole in the middle.
JT, are you kidding me? Are you going to
No.
sit on a holy pillow?
Yes, the one
Yes.
that like
What do you think? You're in
cradles
church or
your
something?
spine too, right? Like it helps your spine.
Uh-oh.
Manjaro kind of took my butt.
No, it didn't.
Girl, I don't even know how that's
Yeah, it
possible.
did.
My butt is huge.
Listen,
Still.
But
How?
I am not.
I would love to whittle
complaining
this butt away a little bit.
because
This is what you do when you
thought
sit.
it was just me.
Oh, yeah. I have one of those.
fans-
It's yellow.
You put it between your legs. I mean, not between, around. You know what I mean.
I do.
Look. Oh my
People are like, what the crap? Sabrina says, manifest. There's so many people in our community. How do we not know somebody that doesn't work in media? It blows my mind.
Hold that thought after the call, ma'am. I have
Sorry.
anyway.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
we do
know,
though.
right?
Yes,
Yes.
we do. I do.
We're a huge community. 40% of America. There's no way that people that don't know somebody that would want this story. It's so good.
Oh, we
You
do.
know?
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I did. Let's see if you can see it. Can you
What?
see?
Oh, you're showing us?
Okay.
Kat,
Yeah.
Kat, I don't have
Right?
Kat's Corner. Hold on. Let me play it right quick. Hold on. Kat's Corner.
Fluffy fitness.
Fluffy Fitness.
This is so
Kat's
janky.
Corner.
Which way do I go? Okay, so you see it. The gist
It's
of it is
alive.
right
It's
here.
supposed to be fun. It's
The
supposed to
gist
be
of it?
fun. Yeah.
You sit
Yeah.
down in your chair all
Yeah.
day,
Uh-huh,
and your legs are like
There
this.
you
It's
go.
like a thigh master. And you take
Oh,
your
yeah,
leg
back
where
in
you're
the
sitting
day.
down and just do this all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Okay.
hurts.
Sure.
Squeeze your butt.
Look. Okay.
That's all you do. Ooh, it hurts because I just did
No.
butt 2 days ago.
Look. Listen,
Sore.
Kat. At this juncture,
We got both your segments in. I'm so excited. So much tea,
At
little
this
butt stuff. We're
juncture,
good. Yeah.
I'll do anything, and I know I'm not the only one because I've seen on Facebook where people are now asking, "Hey, do you all still have your butts?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, no."
Kat and I got butts we got lots of butt.
Well,
Girl,
you all
I
can
can't see
donate
it.
some to
Hold
me, darn it.
Yeah, you want some? Yeah.
So what
we'll
you
give
do?
Kat.
I miss my butt.
You're doing your arms at the same time. I love
Why
it.
not?
Are you doing the arms?
Why not?
too?
No.
Yeah.
I
might
neglect
as well.
my arms. I like to do chest, but that's why I got
Yeah.
a trainer. But I just sit at my desk while I'm working, talking to angry people. And
Listen,
just
I'm
do
trying to
this.
get us to be a thing, so you don't have to do that anymore. So it's like, hang with me. I'm
Baby
trying.
steps. No, that's
Gotta
baby
get
steps.
You don't
someone to
have
write about
to
that
do
Rosie
anymore,
story.
Kat.
You what?
So you don't
I
have
work
to
my
do that
desk
So you
anymore.
job.
don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, I got a desk job too. Yeah, we all got to. We got to do what we got to do. I do work for a very good company, and they're very kind. And for those that don't know,
I'm still
it's a
budding.
small live, so we can talk about it. So I work for a big company that was actually created by a community. It's how I learned about open source. It's how I learned about community. It's why I've done the podcast the way I've done the
That's
podcast.
awesome.
Yeah. And so because of that, because the company was built by a community and they also continue to work with the community, and the community will contribute to projects to innovate. And then the company that I work for will take those projects and productize them and then distribute them to all across the world. I have different pieces of technology. And so when I decided to do the podcast, I was like, because we all have day jobs, if we do it like that, it would work. Right. But if not, it'll fall flat. So I learned that there. So my company is very big on community. And as soon as I became part of this community, I was like, we can do it. We can do it
That's so
together.
cool. That's a great
Yeah.
way to learn.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. Yeah.
I'm
It's
very
very
remote.
cool.
My job is very nice and isolated and fly
Very
under the
nice. Yeah.
radar.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I
I'm
kind of
all up in the
sling,
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I
A
kind of
good,
sling
yeah.
Biscoff cookies, and I'm a Biscoff baddie up like 36,000 feet up in the air.
Those were when I could eat gluten, those were delish. But I can't, which sucks.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're like,
Unrelated.
I'm sorry.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
My
But
It's a lot easier
still,
now. It's a
will
lot easier
eat
to say no
yours.
now.
my
But
meat
it's
still
cool.
eats
You'll
up
eat
these
mine.
bands.
These are my cookie of choice right now. They're like these little honey stingers. They have 1 gram of protein. But when I really have when I have like those days where it's a hard time getting all the calories in,
Mhm.
I just eat one.
Yeah.
It's like 140 calories. That's some
Oh,
calories. I'll
cool.
take it.
Oh, so Lydia
Sometimes you
said
just got to get
twice.
it
I have
in.
not tried those cookies.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
anything with protein,
Madness.
because I am noticing more hair
Yeah.
shedding. I know
Yeah.
that it's going
I
to
am
come
too. A little
back,
bit. Yeah. It will.
but
Would
that's
prenatal
why.
vitamins help? Because it's not
Nothing's
Well,
gonna help.
yeah. I actually ordered Hairfinity vitamins. I've
Oh,
taken those
we'll
in the
see.
past. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, those things, I don't know what is in them,
Yeah.
but it grows your hair, it
Yeah.
thickens it up. And so I'm just waiting for those to come in. But in the meantime, I got the, braid
Pretty.
action going on here.
I like the braid action. It's
Oh,
great.
thank you. It's a little longer than I wanted.
Oh, I think it's fun.
Look,
How long can you keep it?
so these last about like 6 to 8 weeks. So,
Oh,
I
you got to
can,
be all like, I'd
wash
be
them
flying all over the
and,
place. Yeah.
wash them and get them refreshed and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. But it's parted. So like,
Yeah.
I can moisturize and try and put some treatments in it,
Yeah.
like for
We've been
hair
talking
growth.
about that. JT was saying that like a lot of people are concerned about the hair thing. And she was saying like we should have like dermatologists or some people on to kind of talk
Yeah.
about what it is, what it isn't, what you can expect, like what things can you do, what things you just have to let happen. Yeah. There.
This.
Yeah. Like I think if
So
we had a
I have a
dermatologist
little
or something like that on.
applicator and
Yeah.
We need to find us a really
or
serious hair
anything
pro.
like with rosemary, but
Yeah.
I
Vote in the
think
chat.
it's a
Vote in the chat.
conversation
Yeah,
that we
vote in the
have
chat. Would
to
you guys
have.
like to see something like that? What if we just had one on a live, right? Like we had a dermatologist come on a live. We talked about all the things. Maybe we talked about like what's the lipo shots and the mix shots and things like that. I have a little sniffles. I'm sorry.
Lydia wants to know,
Like,
why does
would you
the
like that?
Coke taste what?
What is it?
Say
What?
what's
That
that?
sounded, I didn't mean it that way. Why does the
What?
Coke taste better in flight? You know what? You're right, Lydia.
I
A
don't know.
Coke
It
Zero
totally
tastes like
does.
heaven on a Delta
It
plane.
does, doesn't
With
it?
ice. It's like fresh and sparkly. Yeah, I
I
know.
asked
The
for a
only
whole can because
thing,
I'm greedy, and they give it
the,
to me.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, look, trust me that we like it when you ask for the can. You know why? Because
Yeah.
that's less work.
Oh
Here,
yeah. Here. Oh, I like it with
here,
ice. I like
take
their
it.
big chunky ice. It feels like I'm having a bourbon or something. I don't know, a scotch. I
Really?
like it. I
I am
like it. I like
still,
that big chunky ice. Yeah.
I am still squeezing out my legs. See, you can do
Even
disappear.
now,
hmm
Kat
You
is
get strong.
always doing butt stuff, even when you don't know. She's still
Listen,
butt stuff.
you don't have to say it's inappropriate. How do you think I got this ring? I don't even know.
It's okay. We're on a live. It's fine.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Here's the thing.
Anyway,
We're
so
about free. So huzzah.
Woo!
Yeah. Right?
We
thanks,
love
Irene.
Irene.
Yes, we do.
Fruits,
They're
fruits.
wonderful. Yes.
Yeah,
But we also, like a lot of others,
we do.
we will provide resources. You may choose which one works for you.
Yes.
Yes. Now we do
I
have
love
some
that about
intros
us.
to do because we have 2 guests tonight. Because I thought that I was going to be down, really 2. That I was going to be down 2 hosts, and I was like, things are going to get weird. And so it's like, I need some people. And
Be
so
like
for
Dave.
whatever
Dave handles it like a
reason,
boss. He's
yeah, but for whatever, Dave's
we'll
so
get
funny,
there.
by the way.
Listen,
We'll
our
get there.
goal is
We'll
to be
get
like
there.
Dave.
He's like a veteran. We're just getting with such
Really
people
is.
lives. We're just getting
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So, anyway, let me invite, we have a community guest, and then we also have another community guest, which is kind of like a
Yeah.
co-host situation. Let me invite first community guest, Gina.
Hello.
Second community guest, Bear.
Everything's turning
That's
away.
right. Nice. Oh, you got your headphones on, I see. Hey.
That's
Hey.
the
Yes, I got my
sneaky
headphones
parts.
All right. Introductions. Gina is from our community and is our community guest tonight that will be sharing her community story.
Yay.
Bear is my husband.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of many,
folks,
many,
I am
many
the
years.
unfortunate person that has been dealing with her for 20 years.
Unfortunate. Poor
You
unfortunate
poor unfortunate
soul.
soul. That's exactly the thing I was thinking of.
Yep. Poor
Go ahead, make
unfortunate
your
soul.
choice. I'm a very busy woman. I haven't got all
In
day.
pain.
You
In
know,
pain.
like
Anyway,
Ursula singing the song with the little mer people,
the
fading
mer
out.
people.
I feel like that
It's pretty
sometimes.
PC. Yeah, okay. Well, we're glad to have you to join in the
Thank you.
conversation, our banter. So you are a part of the community, Bear Carlos. Tell me why.
Why? Because I'm losing weight on Monjaro. I started off
Oh,
on Ozempic. I've lost, I believe I'm at 30 pounds right now.
it's more.
And it is all because you have been pushing me to do it.
I prefer to call it guiding and
What
caretaking.
wives do.
Yes.
She's guiding.
Wife's
What we do.
push. Guiding is
No,
gentle.
no.
You guys are more
It
like
is
a pit
gentle.
bull jumping on and grabbing the ring in a bull's nose and pulling us around.
Listen,
That's what a wife is like. It's very forceful.
But you love
uh-huh.
her, though. You love that.
Agreed.
Otherwise, she
I
wouldn't
does.
still
do
be
love
there.
her.
He is very, very attracted to strong personalities, and he does not like and like successful. Like that's the kind of woman he thinks. So like he acts sometimes like I'm a pain in the butt, which I am, but he ain't going
Our
nowhere.
wives.
I don't know.
Gotta beat your ass off with a stick. Love you. Glad you're here, Bear. Nice to
Mm,
talk to you. Listen, we're gonna give the space to Gina so she can tell
of
her
course,
community
I'll mute
story. Okay.
myself.
Yeah, that's right. Mute yourself. Ooh, can we like do that always? I could be like, hey, we're busy. Mute yourself. You'd
Go
be like,
away.
okay. Yeah, go away. Let's do that. I like that plan.
Don't get ahead of
Don't push
yourself,
it.
young lady.
Okay.
You live with me, remember?
I do. You're
He knows
literally
where you
downstairs
sleep.
Yes.
in the man cave. Yeah, we gotta put something on those
man
walls.
cave.
Oi, yes.
I
Oh, it
like.
has the man cave. That should be his segment when he visits. The man
Yes.
cave. I like
I'm
it.
gonna
You
put
guys,
my
we go
John Wayne
truthfully, like
picture up back here. I just haven't done it yet because
Yeah.
I need to move the two Native American ladies that I have there at the top.
It sounds weirder than it is.
See,
They're
I have to
they're
move
they were his
them
dads.
over so
Not
that
the
I can
ladies, the
put John
pictures.
Wayne behind me.
Yeah. Oh, you went away. Hey, where'd you
Uh-oh.
go? Uh-oh. He'll come back.
He
All
ran
right,
away.
we're gonna
Oh,
move on.
there I am. Sorry.
Go ahead and there's John gets to Bear gets to decorate the man cave however he wants. So I just don't go in there. So that's how that works. It's the best way to do it. The good news is the laundry is also in there. So
Ooh.
it's nice because when he's down there, he can do laundry. He's super nice. Yeah. Anyway, hey,
Yes.
all right, be quiet then. Hey,
Okay.
Gina.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. I am
I'm
very
so
good.
glad. You look lovely. Every time I see you, your
Thank you.
face looks smaller and smaller. How are you like feeling though?
Yes.
I feel amazing.
That's great.
As of this morning, we are down a new low
Ooh, do tell.
Okay.
239 pounds. 239 pounds.
Awesome. Congratulations. We need some sort of like round of
applause track.
I know.
We'll get an applause track.
Yeah.
She gets an
Forgive
applause.
me.
I can like push. Oh, is that whose dog is that? Gina's? Okay, yeah, that's okay. I thought it was mine, Gina. It's cool.
We
Dogs are
love fur
welcome.
babies.
We are fur baby people. Yeah. Like, even though JT
Yes.
doesn't have one right now, she's a fur baby person, so it's cool.
I am sorry. I have 3.
Oh, we have 4. Like, I mean, we're in the land of crazy dog people.
Yes, but I also
Yeah.
don't have like
3.
little dogs. I have very large dogs.
Great. Even
Large
better.
dogs are the only way to go. If it isn't over 60 pounds, what are you doing?
60 pounds.
I like all dogs, but I do prefer the big babies.
Yeah. Like my service dog is a German Shepherd, Kratos.
I
Oh,
love
he's
We
so
have our
cute.
Bloodhound.
You would. He's
And
he's
then
amazing.
because of her, we have the 2 small ones. But if
Yeah.
it's not over 60 pounds, what's the point of it? It's a football with 4
Agreed.
legs.
All of mine are over 60 pounds.
What are your dogs? Because we're going to get sidetracked because we're dog people.
Yes.
Yes.
What kind of dogs do you have?
We are all dog people.
She's
So
German
I
Shepherd, too.
I have one German Shepherd Husky mix.
There we go.
I have
Ooh.
a Black Lab and Boxer mix.
Oh, 2 big
Ooh.
babies in one.
And I have a Yellow Lab Husky pit mix.
Wow.
So you have a lot of
Oh.
energy in your house.
Yeah, let me put it this way. I need to buy a new couch, and the current couch that I have is only 2 years old, and I paid $3,000 for it.
Yeah,
Oi.
that
Yeah.
sounds about
Girl,
right.
that's what,
So the
listen,
next dog
with
that
dogs,
you get,
it's,
go
keep
with a
going.
Mastiff, a Connie Corso, or a Frenchie.
don't
My
do it. They die
Corso
too soon.
chewed up my furniture too, though.
Yeah,
my
but it's
God.
so
Yeah,
cute.
But
Well,
I walked. Yeah, you just have to. He kept
Someone else has a
Well,
Connie
30 pounds
Corso.
off of me. Who's got a Corso? Listen to me.
Sabrina.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Sabrina, I love you already.
Oh,
I
Sabrina.
I miss my baby.
Thank you, Sabrina.
I miss
And
my
then we
baby.
got several German Shepherd people too. Lydia's
I
got a
remember
German
when you
Shepherd.
got him. It was so wonderful being at work
Yeah.
with you talking about him.
Yeah,
Who's
he
my
was a
child?
Can I
cute
just
baby.
tell you how much fun it is to vacuum with 2
Oh my gosh.
Husky
With the
mixes?
husky mixes?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Yeah.
Look, oh, yeah.
Tangerina's mortified.
Okay,
Just
I'm sorry,
You're like
to
vacuuming
be
my
off track. Let me
Clatter.
get myself
I
again.
know.
just vacuuming
Okay,
my
you move,
living
you move.
room is like 11 things of emptying my vacuum.
Oh my goodness.
Not high energy. How can you?
I
don't
get
even know
it.
how you can walk
I
them
get
all.
it.
Can you walk them all at once?
No,
At
they
all?
all get separate walks
I
3
bet.
times a day. So I walk 9 times a
Wow.
day.
That's
Oh
keeping
my
you.
gosh.
That's
Yeah.
helping that Manjaro
Yeah.
out a lot.
That
That's
right
right
there,
there
you
with
get your
Cat's
steps in.
I
Corner.
know you got to.
Yeah, that's a
Walking
while.
dogs keeps you in shape.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Does.
Yeah, it does. Yes.
But
Anyway, but yeah, so it was fun
It's a good
chatting. But I'm so glad you're feeling well. I
Yes.
want to make sure that you have an opportunity to tell your community
Yes.
story. And I know we talked a lot, so
Yes.
it's probably a really good rich one. So make sure you have enough time and
Yes.
space to do it. We've rolled our bean footage, so just
Yep.
yeah.
So most people probably wouldn't believe it, but I was a skinny little kid until I hit puberty. I mean, when I say skinny, I mean I weighed all of like 44 pounds until I hit puberty. I was
Wow.
tiny little thing. And puberty hit, and I went up, and I also went out. Now, when I say I went out, I was not like horribly overweight. I think my weight averaged like 140, 150, which in the bigger scheme of things, God, do you know what I would give to get back to that? But I realized that will probably never happen again, and I'm okay with that. But I ended up having to lose some weight to join the Navy when I was 19. So, joined the Navy, spent 3 years in. While in the Navy, I also fell and I have herniated discs in my back. And I literally have herniations in my back from literally like C3 through S1. I actually am fused at my C6, C7. So have not been able to do a lot in the way of, because I honestly haven't felt like it. You know, when your back hurts a lot, you don't do a lot. And over the course of the years, after having gotten out of the military, gained a whole lot of weight. And I'll be completely honest, for many years, I would say that my set weight was probably about 260, 265-ish. And then I actually had undiagnosed PCOS for many, many years. Did not actually find out I had PCOS officially until I had my hysterectomy at 42 years old. And my daughter was hilariously an amazing diet because I had hyperemesis with her. Like I literally lost 35 pounds before I gained anything back in my pregnancy. And actually walked out of the hospital with her weighing less than what I did when I got pregnant.
Wow.
By about 32 pounds.
Oh my goodness. Actually,
Um,
somebody else told me that recently.
Yeah.
The same thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, it was someone at a baby shower. They said the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
She said she gained weight
Wow.
after. Yeah.
yeah. And then I've gone back up after the course of having had my hysterectomy. And I also had a thyroid cancer scare about this just after I had my hysterectomy, about 6 months. I went to a doctor's appointment and at the VA, and my doctor didn't have very good bedside manner, but he literally looked at me and he's like, "When was the last time you had a thyroid workup?" And I'm like, "Never. Why?" And he's like, "I can see your thyroid through your throat."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Okay." And I literally had a nodule on my left lobe of my thyroid that was about the size of my pinky finger. It was huge. We biopsied it, did not have. So there are varying different types of thyroid cancer. Of course, you've got the medullary thyroid cancer that everybody always worries about on these meds. But I had what was called follicular neoplasia. And the only way to give a definite yes or no on whether or not it was cancer was to take it out.
Jeez.
Yeah. Most people, if you pay attention to me in any of the chats, I am a single parent to a lovely 15-year-old daughter, and I have been a single parent since it started, and will be until probably the day I die, and that's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah.
It's probably smarter. I'm not going to lie.
Honestly, it is.
I'm all right with it. Yeah.
But
It's not a flex.
no. But, during the course of that, like I said, did spend 3 years in the Navy. For most of the last 15 years, in some way, shape, or form, I have worked with veterans because it's just kind of a calling for me. I spent 8 years working for the state of Missouri when I still lived in Missouri. And I worked specifically to help veterans find jobs for a living. And then I have been with the VA for 3.5 years, almost 4 years now. And so anybody who happens to be a vet or knows a veteran, I work in what's called the Office of Community Care. So if we don't have a doctor within our hospital that can take care of what you need to have taken care of, like 3 years ago, I had to have neurosurgery because I had to have my spine fused. We don't do that at my hospital. So I send all of the medical documentation out to what the doctors you guys would go to. And I get all of that together and liaise between the veterans and the providers to help the veterans get the care that they need out in the community. And so I've had a hard life, but I've also had a good one. I wouldn't trade my daughter for the world, even doing it all by myself. It's been interesting, but it's been fun. And, through the course of the years, and so I have all the things going against me. I have no thyroid. I have no uterus or ovaries. Yeah. So, there goes all of that lovely hormonal stuff against me. And over the years, I had gotten I started this journey at 312 pounds last year in October. And my doctor had been, I had been diagnosed with a type 2 diabetes about 3 years ago, just shortly after moving down here. And my They obviously, because we don't have an endocrinologist, they send me out into the community to see an endocrinologist. And he put me, of course, on the lovely metformin that we all love and know.
Jeez.
And unfortunately, he still keeps me on the lovely metformin that we all love and know, even though I don't like it. But
Does anybody?
no,
Sorry,
I
keep going.
don't think they
It's
do.
straight trash. I heard 5 people say, actually, it did help me. It is trash, but it helped me a little bit. 5 people ever. Thousands I talk to a week. Yeah, it's like, sorry, keep going.
Yeah,
That was
no,
my
it's
fault. Keep going.
I'm done with
but because of that, I do have the ability to advocate for veterans, and I still
Yeah.
do. It's one of the things that I love. My job, yes, I get paid good and I have amazingly good insurance, and I love all of that. But I do what I do because I want to take care of people. I want to make sure that they're getting the care that they need. In fact, crazy enough as it is, I literally changed jobs about 2.5, 3 months ago. And not to pat the Office of Community Care that I work at, are not to necessarily pat ourselves on the back, but our bosses have gotten us very good at our jobs. And ideally, whenever we send something out into the community, we have to have it scheduled. Ideally, they want us to have it built, sent, and scheduled with that veteran having an appointment within 14 days.
Yeah.
They created so when I say VISN, that's kind of like a district where varying different hospitals or VA hospitals are connected. And they created a VISN assist team so that we can help other hospitals within our VISN get caught up. And I literally work from home every day. You're actually sitting with me in my office area. But I work from home every day. And even though I live in Northwest Arkansas, I work for Biloxi right now. I work for the Biloxi, Mississippi VA to help get them caught up and get the care that the veterans need down there for them. So, but yes.
That's great.
Yes, water check. I saw that.
Yeah,
Miss Lydia.
water check. Yes. I was gonna say, yeah, Lydia was making some comments so I was just gonna share with you so you can see. Put up on the screen. This is new.
Thank you,
I learned
Miss
it from
Lydia.
Dick.
I
So
would love to
sweet.
see how it correlates as well.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
started taking, I knew that my doctor, with the metformin not doing anything, I knew back when I went to see him last September, I knew that he was going to say, hey, metformin's not doing anything for your A1C. We've got to do something. So,
Yeah.
of course, the reason I had TikTok to begin with was because, teenager.
Yeah.
I needed, anything social media wise that my daughter has, I also have so that I can monitor. And she actually will hilariously laugh and say, why are you doing this, Mom? Why do you do this to me? But so needless to say, I maintain that. And I actually saw Nurse April and Annie back in September talking about it. And I was like, that's interesting, because I knew that he was going to, in some way, shape, or form, probably put me on one of the injectable meds. And I knew that. So when I knew he was going to do that, I started doing more research, obviously, on TikTok as well as off of TikTok. And I was like calling my insurance company. I was doing exactly what we told everybody they needed to do first. Is it on my formulary? What do they cover? What requires a PA? And all of that good stuff. My TikTok handle is Gina Adams. I think it's 718, isn't it, Kim? I don't even know what the rest of it is.
I don't even know. I just know I see it. I type in J and you're
I'm
right
about
there.
to go find it right now.
Because they're like my you and JT, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I did all of that research, and when I went in for my appointment with my endocrinologist last September, he was like, all right, I knew, like I said, I knew he was going to offer something, and I asked him about it, and he's like, yeah, we can do that. He's like, he gave me he gave me sample pen, and
Okay.
also um, beyond the sample pen, he also gave me the original $25 coupon and said,
Nice.
"Good luck," And he was of the opinion of stay on the lowest dose as long as it's working.
Yeah.
Um, I lost when I took my first month. Actually, when I took my first 2 shots, I lost 17 pounds in the first 2 weeks.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
We do have some outliers like that. That is,
Yeah.
yeah.
I,
Yeah.
but I also have rheumatoid arthritis to go along with that. I also
Yeah.
have chronic migraines to go along with that.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of like, well, okay. But I was like, all right. And I wanted to make sure I could get it and so forth. So I actually probably waited probably a good week and a half until I was sure I was going to be able to get it.
Mhm.
And then I started taking it. So I actually got my prescription and stuff for it in September of last year, but I started October the 6th was my first day.
Wow.
And I will say that I lost, don't kill me people for this, and please don't compare yourselves, people,
I think we're
because
all
I
going
am not,
to.
I
Like,
am,
that's just
no, I
kind of how it
know,
is.
but I will also say that I
I
know that
know
I'm
you
not,
shouldn't. Yeah, you're
I
right.
know that I'm not the typical. I
Right.
lost like from October through end of February, I lost 60 pounds.
A lot. Really
Wow.
And that
fast.
was a lot, and it was amazing, and I'm happy as can be.
Do you still have your hair, all of it, or did you lose some losing that fast? I was just thinking your hair looks so
Nice,
thick.
thick,
Wow.
thick hair.
Yeah,
Her
I
hair is
have
so nice
super
and
thick
thick.
hair, so
you
me
do. So
losing
if
a
you
little
lost
bit
it,
of
you wouldn't
hair,
know.
I don't
Yeah.
care. Don't hate me for that, people. I'm sorry.
Don't hate me because
But no, don't laugh at me. But I got a haircut once to like this short, and I lost 5 pounds with a haircut. So,
5 pounds with a haircut.
mhm.
Oh, I'm echoing. I'm
Wow,
sorry.
that's thick hair.
Yeah, 5 pounds with a haircut. That's why I wear mine short, kind of look like a guy. And I'm okay with that.
No, you don't. That's
But,
silly.
well, all of those lovely AI filters on TikTok seem to think I'm a guy. So,
Oh my gosh, mine all think I'm like 800 years old. Like they're always the only one I've ever found that was flattering was one that I did like
yeah.
outside of it. The ones on TikTok make me look like seriously,
So,
it's really rough. Yeah.
but, through all of that, my choice behind going on this medicine was, as a single parent, I want to continue to be here. I want to be here for my
Of course.
grandbabies, whenever my daughter's old enough to have them. I want to be able to. I've spent most of her early life, like if we were going to a amusement park or a water park or something, I always wanted to make sure that I had friends with us because I couldn't keep up with her
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I was
I
too big.
understand. Yeah.
I can now go out and swim for hours. I now go out and walk the dogs, like I
That's
said, 9 times a
amazing.
day.
Yeah.
I can now go kayaking for a couple of hours.
Gosh.
And I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh,
So
someone
my
made some
goal.
comments for you, Gina.
Oh, yes.
We got some comments.
Yay.
Got a friend in here. And then you
Yes.
have someone else that's just going to start following you because your stories are so
Yay.
similar.
Thank
People
you.
like to feel like it's not alone. It's nice.
Yeah, you guys aren't
That's good.
alone.
So it's
Um,
important. I think I'm so
yeah,
proud of you for coming and telling it. It's great.
but I mean, if I never lose another pound, as long as it keeps my A1C in check, because I went from a 7.6 to a 5.1 for my A1C. I'm down now a total of 73 pounds altogether. But again, I have fought for that last 13 pounds. Fought very hard for it since March. In the course of that, so I fought very hard at January, February to get my PA for my insurance to cover it. Well, as soon as my PA was approved, my card stopped working. There is a cap or limit as to how much you can use on them, and mine was 1,800. And because of that, I was like, shit, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Because even though it's covered under my insurance without that savings card, it's $4.95 a month as a single
Yeah.
parent. I can't do that. That's a car payment.
Yeah, of course. A solid car payment. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is my car payment, literally.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, okay, but in the course of trying to figure out when I first started what it would take to get the VA to cover it, because I do get a large majority of my health care through the VA. I was like, okay, what do I have to do? And I was like, I have to fail metformin and I had to fail another GLP-1. So when my card stopped working back in March, I was like, okay, let's try Ozempic. Gotta love my doctor. He is an amazing doc. Um, and I just sent a message and I said, hey, can you send Ozempic in for me? But the savings card isn't working for me anymore. I can't do $500 a month. And he's like, sure. And he sent that. And so I took Ozempic for about a month and a half. The doctor moved me over from the 10, which is where I was, over to 1 of Ozempic. I did take it for a month and I truly did give it a try. I mean, don't get me wrong. Did I want to fail it? Yes. I wanted the Mounjaro back and did not have to pay for it. However, I was truly trying to give Ozempic a good try. However, my rheumatoid arthritis flared while I was on it. I also take a handy dandy monthly shot for my migraines called Amavig. And when I say I have chronic migraines, I mean I have 4 to 5 a week without the Amavig. And I'm talking debilitating migraines. So
I'm so sorry, Gina.
took it for a month and a half, and I was down at the VA for something else and picking up some other type of med. And so whenever you go in and you're physically there to get your meds from the pharmacy at the VA, you have to talk to the pharmacist. And I asked him, I'm like, so this is one of the meds that I'm on. And I'm like, what would you guys consider to be a failure of a med? And he said, well, what's going on? And I started telling him, and he's like, those are failures. And I'm like, okay. So I messaged my doctor from outside the VA back, and I said, they consider these to be a failure. Can you please send my Mounjaro to the VA? And the equivalent of the prior auth, because it is not on the formulary for the VA. And they ended up, I had it a week later. And now I don't have to pay anything because I am a service-connected veteran. So
That's awesome.
I don't have
What
to
a
pay for
blessing.
pharmacy stuff.
I mean,
That's great.
I'm so thrilled that you are being taken care of in that way because you've done a lot for us, So I'm
I
glad to
was
hear
just
that.
a jet engine mechanic. I didn't really, and I was in the mid 90s,
That's
didn't
not
really
a
do
just,
anything.
but that's not a just anything. Like you need all of the pieces. You know what I
Never
mean? We need all of
downplay
those
what you
pieces to
did.
make it work.
Never downplay what you did, Gina.
Yeah.
Anybody who works on any of the equipment for our military is just as important as the people who go to the front line, because
100%.
without
Yeah.
you
How would
working
they
on
get
that
there?
jet engine, that jet would have never left the carrier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
It's really
never
important.
say you're just anything, ma'am.
Yes.
Never.
So,
Thank you, Bear.
Mhm.
thank you, honey. Not my honey, but her honey.
No, like you get it. Like honey sugar pie. I get it.
Yeah, I'm a southerner too. I
I'm
can't help it.
Southern. Like I get it.
So with Fort Miss Lydia for your husband, they do cover Mounjaro for diabetes. If he is a vet, they do cover it for diabetes. If he's not a vet, just for some information for folks, if you are a federal employee, all weight loss meds are covered under our insurance. They are required to be. Wegovy requires a PA. Mounjaro also requires a PA. Will I say that my Mounjaro was easy to get? No, it took me 2.5 months worth of fighting, literally middle of March. And then Wegovy, everybody I know, and I will say that I have gotten about 3 to 5 of my bosses and their spouses on these meds. So, yeah, because I mean, I do get to
I
work
get
from
it. I'm
home.
making rounds too with my family.
Yeah.
Like
I work
genetics
from
are a thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I work from home, and I actually had to go in for a training, and all of my bosses were like, "Gina, what in the hell happened to you?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm like taking my meds."
Right.
And so I was like, "Okay." And they were like, "What are you doing? How do we get it? Is it covered by our insurance? Blah blah blah." So I explained it all, and most of them have ended up on Wegovy because the Mounjaro is only covered for diabetes at this time. But so yeah, and I was talking with a fellow coworker because I do have some fellow coworkers who are also diabetic. There is a young lady that I work with who's been on the Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes. Excuse me. And she was telling me this morning that because her card stopped working in June, she was actually able to get a tier exemption through our insurance, bringing it from the
That's so
495 a
cool.
month
For those
to
that
the
don't know,
25.
can you tell us what a tier exemption is for those that don't know?
Sure.
Okay.
So essentially, on my insurance, Mounjaro is a tier 4. Tiers being different levels of whether or not your insurance or the PBM wants to pay this amount for it or this amount for it. So, like my Amavig, for me, it's like $60 a month if I don't get it through the VA because it's tier 3. But guess what? Am I willing to pay $60 a month to not have 5 headaches a week? Yeah, sure am. And can I do the $65 or the $60 a month? Yeah, I can do that. The $495 a month, can I do that? No, can't do that. But the tier exemption essentially brings the cost of that, or brings that medicine that is normally a tier 4 or $495 a month. It brought hers down to a tier 2, which is $25 a month. So she was able to get her meds, even though, yes, that's supposed to be tier 4. Her doctor was able to get a tier exemption and get it brought down to $25 a month for her, so she can continue to take it.
That's awesome. That's
So
really, really good. I know that's like a hard fight, for a lot of people that would love to be able to do that. I don't know if you feel this way, but like I see so many people in our community that aren't able to get the medications at all.
I know.
And I know it hurts me. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like it hurts
It's
me
tough.
because I know
It's hard
that
work.
they're
Yeah.
sick, and I know that they deserve to have access to this
Mhm.
medication. Like Rosie says, right? Like this life-changing, life-saving medication because they're not sick enough yet. Like it's
Yeah.
absolutely asinine. I can't. It makes. I mean, the only sense it makes is just rich people trying to stay rich and trying to get richer. But like I just really hate it. I just wish everybody could have it. And I don't know where this podcast is going to go. I really don't. But it's making waves, little waves,
I love
but
you for
I
this
think
podcast. I love you to death.
Yes, we have fun.
Thank you, Fritz.
Stacy.
It does make me
Sorry.
feel awkward when people say that because I don't know how to receive it. I'm not going to lie, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Just say thank you and shut the hell up.
I'm trying. I'm trying,
I
but I
like
know
that.
I must be looking cringy. I don't know,
Well said,
but
ma'am.
thank you.
Well said.
Sorry, the sailor in
doesn't
me
let
still
me-
comes out.
She's my friend, and she doesn't let me get away with nothing. So
She needs to hear
Yeah.
it. She
Yeah.
doesn't realize what she does.
That's right. It is.
So-
Guys, I'm sneaking out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Stacy, tier 4 for us, it is formulary, but it's like the highest tier, and we have to pay 50% of what the cost of the medicine is.
Yeah.
And at $1,000 a month, even 50%, again, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
For those who have veterans in the family that are interested, then they get their care from the VA. VA will pay for Ozempic. Does require essentially our option of a PA. There is what they call the MOVE program, which is our access to our nutritionists and dietitians and all of that stuff. But one of the lovely things that they also offer with the MOVE program is used to be sex and Victoza, and now they are offering Wegovy through the VA, through the MOVE program. So there are ways to get the meds that you need. You just have to be willing to do it and advocate for yourself. And that is the biggest thing that I can tell people is you've got to advocate for yourself. And I will say that, Kim, like you, there's no way I could ever go without one of these anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I can't go back. I can't.
I can't either.
No.
So
I will side hustle and sell some Judy Blue jeans. I will side hustle to, like right now, all that money that goes to the Plus SideZ Podcast, like any money I make with TikTok stuff, and but like if anything ever happens and we had to pay for our medicine, I will Judy Blue jeans side hustle. And thank you, Lydia, for your donation. No shame.
Well, hey, I'll let you have a laugh and to give you an idea of just how good of a relationship my daughter and I have.
Okay.
She wants me to start selling feet pics to get extra money as a side hustle.
Listen,
there is a website out there.
I know that.
You would know about it.
She's already searched it for me and done the research.
Look it up, Janine. It has pictures of everybody's feet. Like if you're famous,
why are you looking it up?
You're just has your feet.
I'm already Googling it.
Of course.
Yes. Google it.
Yep.
So see, here's the thing. So while I might be 5'7" and a fat girl, I have little tiny kids' feet, like a size 5.
Oh my goodness.
Foot. So I have the cute little feet that my daughter seems to think that the guys would like.
So. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I figured they're probably like, this is so bad. I can't believe we're talking about this. I figured like it's just like, the guys that are into the big girls, they may like big feet too. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll like little feet. I think it just depends.
I don't know. Like big feet, small feet, feet with long tails, long toes.
I'm not against the feet thing. Yeah. Like I'm not against the feet thing. If it came down to it, y'all, when it came down to medicine,
weird.
I'm telling you,
like,
it's weird.
How did we get to feet? Aren't we talking about?
Haven't you heard this on live?
Because my daughter suggested that I. My daughter
talking about securing the bag,
securing the money, needing the money,
securing the money to pay for the medicine. This is what people are going to do. They're going to find side hustles to be able to do it.
And my daughter suggested I start selling pictures of my feet.
Yes.
Oh,
yep. This is not it. I promise you, they nothing new. Now we got people that are trying to do like AI lives. Like people know that this medication is expensive. They know they can't go back. They already have jobs, but people are going to have to find ways to come up with $500 to $1,000 a month. Especially the ones who don't have type 2, especially the ones that don't have type 2. And especially with all this crap, Journey, that you've been talking about this week, right? Last week. With the changes with the insurance.
Well, it is even affecting type 2s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So even our type 2 friends are going to go through it too.
So I mean, people think that, you're a type 2, you've got it. No.
No, not anymore.
I still had to do a PA.
Yeah.
So did I when I was getting mine on the outside.
Yeah.
And even getting it from the inside, I still had to get one.
Yeah.
Or the ADA's equivalent of one.
Yes. ADA, we did say feet pics. It's more, we're kidding. Like to be clear, everyone out there, Gina and I are making jokes about feet pics.
Yeah. Let's just clean
teasing.
This up because because
everybody relax. It's gonna be fine.
This has gone like completely left. We have never had a live like this. I'm like,
I am not your regular person, Janine.
No.
I mean, this really isn't left. This is really center, but we can take it left. I have.
JT, I just don't think like that. I'm telling you, on TikTok, this is a very common conversation like that comes up because people are like, because they're like, how can I afford my medication? What can I do? Yeah, and
Janine,
people talk about stuff like
not
this.
that I have to do it for my medication, but my car broke down the other day, and getting it fixed was
I
$1,500.
get it. Look,
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
Just
listen,
saying.
I need to
Just
get
saying.
my roof repaired and
Yeah.
I know feet pics. We live in Atlanta. It's the home of the strip clubs. I mean, you know,
Yes, yeah.
it's a lot of ways. I
Honey,
mean,
I live in the land of where Walmart was born, okay?
Oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
I have
And
been
Walmart
there
don't pay
one
for shit
time.
unless you corporate
Yeah.
office.
Yeah. Everybody's
I've
dying
been
laughing.
there one time.
We're not
It
in
was like
Arkansas.
everything was Walmart,
Yeah.
which makes
Mhm.
sense. You know, what is it? Bentonville,
Yeah.
Arkansas?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. I
We
live in a little
fly into there.
I live in a little retirement community just north of it.
Oh, nice.
So,
Excuse me.
You know,
Okay.
hubby, I love you, but what are you doing brushing your beard when we're in the middle of a live
Yeah.
on a podcast? Like, I love you, but that's worse than feet.
I
That's
love
worse
that
than
he's
feet.
brushing his beard. Kim is so bad.
he's maintaining himself for you, Kim. Leave him alone.
Thank you. Listen, I'm a hillbilly. Y'all lucky I'm not
Yeah,
sharpening
you are.
my knife right now.
I mean, that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
plus you're a fidgeter in general.
Let's just
Listen,
be
I have
thankful for
autism.
small things.
So the fact that I'm sitting
baby.
here like relatively like non-moving is an accomplishment in and of itself. Because I fidget and stim like a mofo.
Yeah. John's like, this is my house. I do what I want. 100%. That's how John is foghorn leghorn. I said.
Foghorn
If you're
Leghorn
looking for,
and Yosemite
Yes.
Sam.
yeah, you
mixed
mix
together.
foghorn leghorn and Yosemite Sam, and
Yosemite.
that is Bear Carlos right there. That's who he is. His persona.
Yeah. Janine has this glazed look, and I'm not really sure why. What's up?
Glazed look. Oh,
Feet
she's like
talk,
confused.
Picture
The
talk
feet freaked
kind
her
of
out.
scared her.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we scared her.
Had issues with
She's
feet.
like, what's
We were
happening
talking
with the
about
feet?
feet.
Manscaping.
And I
Stacey.
mean, you know, 10 and everyone, let me just apologize, but 10 is 10ing.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
I
I
was
get
like,
it.
oh gosh.
You were like, what? That's what happens, right? Like you'll just be like this, and you're like, what I miss? What is happening? This
And
10 is
then I
10ing.
like come into taking feet pics. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
What
What
is
are
just
we talking about
happening?
here? I
10
thought
is
we were
10ing.
talking about medicine.
Yeah. Dave last night, like we were both real tired on his channel, Man on the Majaro, follow Man on the Majaro. And
Yes.
And by the way, I was walking the dogs while I was listening to you guys last night.
that's nice.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a long one. It was so much
It
fun.
was
but
long walks.
we were tired, and then he would go, what were we talking about? And I'm like, oh, and he's like, you have the ADD? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay. And then we had to have people in the chat tell us like what we were talking about. Because he and I
That
were like,
was funny though.
conspiracy
That was funny.
theory.
It was like you all just went off for like a whole nother tangent. And
we
then
were like,
you try to come back and you're like, what were we
were
talking about? I don't even know.
I love it. The land of people with type 2, obesity, ADHD, BED. Like it's a thing.
Look, why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
Need to make
interesting
him a
fact
regular
about this
and get
brush.
the beard oil sponsor. Yes,
This
Stacy.
brush is
Do you see
over
that?
100 years old.
Look, John Carlos. Look.
A beard oil.
We need to get a beard oil sponsor, and you'll be the regular. You'll just be the guy doing his beard in the corner, all awkward.
So there's actually a company that I love that has a beard oil that I really like.
Oh, we're gonna try to get them. You're in charge. You go get that. Oh, our
Well, we
dogs are
don't-
going
I don't-
crazy.
I just want the beard oil. I don't. Why are you trying to get me to get a sponsor? I'm a hillbilly. But yeah, interesting fact. This brush is over 100 years old.
Wow.
It's kind of creepy. I wouldn't call it interesting. I'm worried like about lice and all the things when you say that. Like you can't say someone like that to someone like me. My mom is a clean freak. Like I just can't even.
metal
Well, we
brush.
probably like disinfect.
Did you bleach
grimy.
it? I doubt it.
It's been clean.
Uh-huh.
This brush belonged to my great grandmother. This was her brush. So yeah, it's been
I know,
clean.
like-
But
My bad.
yeah, this was my great grandma's brush.
Aw.
Yeah, my grandma
love
had it.
it.
My grandma had it in a pack of things that she gave my daddy, and then I have a lot of family history stuff.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Dinosaur
Okay.
monkey farts doesn't
Sorry,
appreciate
I'm
that.
here. The child was at the door. And
Aw.
since both of his parental units are on
Busy.
Look,
alive, you know, like we're a little busy, and I sounded like
the
something was
boy of
wrong. He's
many
like, "Are you busy?"
faces.
The man of many faces.
But
The man. Oh,
yeah.
thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much, JT. Another JT. I
I
And
love
know.
it.
I am just going to say, as I said before we fully got on here, super proud of your son.
Oh, right. I know.
Super proud of
I
your
can't
son.
even tell you. To
Thank you,
tell you.
Tay. Thank you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Tay's one of my mods on TikTok, and she's awesome.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're off on
Tay.
TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok. Yeah,
Hey,
I know
Tay.
he was just a doll with the he's just such a sweet boy. He's really into the podcast. It's very
Good.
cool. Yeah,
Is he?
everybody vote. He is. He's so into it. Like it's a
Oh,
lot of the ideas I
I
get
mean,
from him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did a
Like
segment last week
yes.
that he
So
created.
I know. So I told him I forgot to pick out the crime and punishment
Oh
segment
no.
this week. I know. So I promised him we would do 2 comments next week. So I need
Yes.
everybody to be on the prowl for the stupidest comments so that there can be crime and punishment segment, because TikTok won't let us do crime and punishment. We can only do it here on YouTube. So, and it's
YouTube lets
actually,
us be us.
yeah. But yeah, so he does, and then my son likes to like say things, and he like covers his face up because we don't let him on the internet. So like he'll cover
Yeah.
up his face and say things because he just wants to be a part of it. It's really sweet.
I
And it's
love it.
cool. Yeah. So for like those that don't know, that haven't seen my TikTok of me like
He's a
trying to
sweetheart,
suck my
though.
tears back. Yeah. Like he was like
He
in
is.
school, he decided that they needed to have more apples in the cafeteria. And the teacher was like, well, you know, like you have to kind of like prove that. And so he got a petition together, and he's 10. And he got a petition together and took it around and got all these kids to sign it. And she told me like he was so gracious, so kind and thankful when people would, you know, sign the petition to get more apples in the cafeteria. And she was like, he's a little politician. I was like, Lord help us. Good God, don't make that happen. And then I was like, okay. And then when I asked him in the car about it, I was like, well, what was that? Because I figured it was a project or something. Like kids don't just go, hey, let me make a petition. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, like I just thought it was the right thing to do. And then he was like, you have to teach your kids to advocate. And I was like, oh my God, no. It's just like I can't. Like
They are always watching. They're always.
They are.
They're little sponges. They really are.
They are.
But
Mine
it's
is
been hard
actually
for
in there
me. It
making
has.
dinner right now. So
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
What's
good.
your dinner? I'm hungry.
Nice. No,
she is
you're in
making
another
some
state.
shrimp and garlic pasta.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that
Okay,
sounds yummy.
just shoot me over the address. It
He's
may
in
take you
another
some time to
state.
get there, but put a plate in the microwave
Listen,
for
you're
me.
having pizza rolls for dinner, so I don't know what you're talking about. This is
Like I
a
said,
live night.
just send me the address and put a plate in the microwave. I'll be there.
Let me just say that I make an amazing.
Carly's
Hang
here.
on.
Carly's here. Well, you know I call her Carly. Hey, Carly.
Hey, Carly.
Sorry.
So I
Very
actually
exciting.
make an amazing carne asada street taco. And I make a really amazing. So while I was in the Navy, one of my friends while I was in the Navy was a former chef, kind of like Jamie. And he taught me how to make a proper fettuccine Alfredo.
Ooh.
Okay, so Kim, we're going
Yeah,
to
we're gonna go
Arkansas.
visit Gina. Yeah,
Yeah,
and all her dogs.
yeah.
She's definitely a lot like us. Yeah.
Yeah. We're
She
gonna
likes
come
good food
visit.
and
No,
animals.
I won't
Yeah.
stay long, but I have to warn you, I'm like a stray dog. Once you feed me,
You're
do
never
come back.
leaving. I gotta
Yeah.
kick you
Gosh.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to beat you like with a cattle prod or something.
Possibly, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
He might like it. Let's be careful. Oop, that's going left again. Can't go left. Oh,
We
Kat
won't
would've liked
discuss
that
what's
one.
in. We will not discuss what's in my nightstands.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh,
Well, I
went
mean,
left
since you
again.
brought
Left
it up,
again.
let's talk about the nightstand.
No, let's don't. Let's don't.
I'm
this
not.
is
I'm being good.
another day, another TikTok, another live. We could do it there though. There's a whole lot of people doing a lot of crazy stuff there. I'm telling you, like,
Well, say the stuff
What
TikTok
was your mom
lets you
calling?
put on there, but not let you talk about is
So
kind of
my
crazy.
Yeah, it really
my
is.
my daughter and her best friend are in the kitchen telling me it's past my bedtime. I need to go to
Well,
sleep.
you know. Well, that's okay. We're about to wrap up the live anyway, so you can go and go have a
No,
lovely dinner with
no,
your
I
family.
don't need to go to bed. She hasn't started them yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're about to wrap up
But
anyway,
no,
unless
that's
Bear Carlos, do you want to
Oh,
share anything? Because we do need to go parent. But if you have something you want to talk about, you can. Because I feel
I'm gonna
bad.
play video games, so I don't know what
Okay,
you're.
that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
parenting's not really my thing, but Need for Speed.
Oh,
Heat.
stop it. You're a great dad. I'm just a better mom. I mean, you can't help that.
Did
No,
you
I
say
can't.
you're a better
It's
mom?
okay.
I did.
It's okay.
He knows it's true. He knows it's
Listen,
true.
I was
But he's a
raised.
great dad. He is.
So I was raised by
He's a
4
great dad.
generations, y'all. Okay, I was raised by
He's
the
waiting.
greatest generation ever. I was raised by the silent generation. I was raised by baby boomers, and then my own generation, Gen X.
mhm.
So I have so many odd quirks about me because of it. For example, my grandmother, who was born in the early 1900s, actually met Pretty Boy Floyd, who was a quote unquote gangster bank robber in the 1920s, outside of her home on Business Loop in Columbia, Missouri, when her and
Know
her
where
3
that's at?
sisters were sitting outside getting water. He pulled up in a Ford, stopped, got out, drank water, looked at them and asked them if they knew who he was, then got back in the car and left.
Mm.
My family also used to hide the James and Younger gang on the same barn, in the same barn that I used to break my bikes in.
So I have a question, Bear. Are
Mhm.
you originally from Missouri or that
Yes,
area?
ma'am. Yep, born
Okay,
and
I
raised
am a
in Columbia.
Missourian. I am originally a Missourian too.
Yep, I am very much a show me man. If you want me to believe something, you have to show
Gotta
me.
show me.
Yep, if you can't show
Now
me,
I know
don't.
why I like you so well, Kim. You have good taste in men. And yes, he is a hillbilly.
Yes,
So am I.
very much so. I was shooting before I was talking.
Mhm. And by the way, Carly, this isn't my wild side coming out. This is just me. It's just me. I am a former sailor. So,
And see, these are my kind of people. I like the oddballs, the ones that have no filter, because I have zero filter. I don't even know what a filter is for. I've broke your knee.
Say what?
I said
I
I don't
think
know
you
what a
broke
filter.
Janine and Kim, Bear.
I'm used to breaking my wife. It's kind of fun, actually. But I've never broke Janine. I like it.
Listen, the only thing I'm doing is just listening because this is just, yeah. hmm Look,
Mhm.
Yeah, we are
but
twisted. We
you
are.
know, Bear, I like, rock with you because and but
Oh, yeah, no, it's way out.
I think that in the back of my mind, I think
Yeah.
because it's been so much that has happened this week in the
Yeah, it's been a
community
lot. So much.
that is just such like on me. And it's not a
Yeah.
bad thing. It's just like, okay.
It's hard.
Like
Yeah.
what next? Like
Yeah.
what now?
What next? I
You
don't
know?
know. Like
I
honestly,
know.
I don't know. I just know that if we stop talking about it, like then things will never change. Do you know what I mean? And I know that if we continue to take the licks and be bananaed, that
Yeah.
things will and if we don't come back every time, that things will never change because people are always going to try to stop progress like this. They always are going to,
And see, the
and
thing I don't understand, I still tag all of my videos in
I don't,
Mounjaro,
yeah.
diabetes, and all
I
of
get
that,
shadow banned. Yeah.
and nobody touches me.
Yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
make it. Well, I'll tell you, I went on, you heard me on Dave's live.
No, I
It's
know.
dirty. It's dirty code. Like they just need, they it's not good. So, but
Yeah.
regardless, like that's just, I just speculate. Y'all, I don't know shit. That's just my opinion,
I'm just glad that we can come on YouTube
Yeah,
and
it's nice to come on YouTube. Yeah.
and
For now, they leave us alone, so
they
that'll be
do,
good. Yeah.
and it's just a freer space to me,
Yeah.
which TikTok used to be that free space.
Yeah. I feel like once America got a little too involved in TikTok, then like oddly enough, like I feel like that's when things started to become more Americanized and censored, and which I think is interesting considering, China, like,
Yeah.
Well, China
I don't
wanted
know.
all the information.
Oh, they
So
got it.
China wanted you to give them everything.
Oh yeah, they
The
got all
more
of it. Yeah.
information you gave, the more they knew about their enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they hate us. Like, don't get it twisted. The Chinese Communist Party hates us. So they wanted everything they could get, and they had access to all of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like, I think it's genie's out of the bottle at this point. I think it was a long time ago, but they've even more now. Like, they've just since those hearings, they've just gotten bigger and bigger, like and deeper and deeper. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
And we were all worried it was going someplace.
Yeah. Right. And now it's like I mean, it would just be stupid at this point. Like from a political
it wasn't
perspective,
going anywhere, Kim.
I'm actually pretty sure you told me it was several times, and then I needed to get okay with it not being around. Pretty sure.
I told you I was okay with it not being around, but I also told you it wasn't going anyplace.
I remember you saying something different. I think I said to you that nothing was going to happen. I'm pretty sure it was the other way around, but it's fine. We'll go your way. I'm breezy. It's fine. Carly says, I love when we speculate and we say, I don't know shit. Because I don't. Like, I'm just a human on the internet with like no expertise in this area. So it's like, I will say though, like when it comes to go to market stuff or anything marketing, I legitimately am an expert. And I will say what I see. Now, I don't work in pharma, so I'll tell you I don't know shit when it comes to that. But I got to tell you that, the structure is the structure. The strategies are the strategies. And I've never seen anything like Eli Lilly's marketing. It's amazing. It's like
absolutely. And
chef's kiss.
And I know that they're
so
just like Novo, they're like, really fighting. I mean, obviously they need to get the, drug on more formularies and get it more readily accessible. Yeah. But they are, in for a fight because you've got the University of Texas at Austin starting September 1. They're not covering any GLP-1s because they literally said because of cost.
I feel like it's crazy.
Coverage.
Like I feel like almost the organizations that are nonprofit or are like schools in general, I feel like they're always crying poor mouth. It doesn't matter if it's Harvard or if it's University of Texas, like, they always do
because they can make people believe it. It's just like the pharmacy company, Eli Lilly. I promise you, they made all the money back on Mounjaro.
Oh yeah,
within a year of Mounjaro being out. The idea that they need to continue to make that same level of profit is just because they can convince you guys and everybody else that to pay it, that they're poor mouth. I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry and the healthcare industry. The amount of kickbacks that they give doctors and pharmacists to get involved in this stuff makes the actual cost so little. Like
John, the Sunshine Act keeps them from doing that. They can't give kickback to doctors. They can't.
They do because they give you discounts on the machines. So what they'll do is let's go for a dentist office. Let's say that they want a new
facial X-ray.
They're going to pay less for it, and then they're going to get a deal and get locked in at a cheap rate for a 3-year contract on imaging software. So a piece of equipment that should cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars, all of a sudden costs them 30 to 50 because they're getting a combo and locked into a contract.
I'm not following.
I know you're not.
I'm not
It's okay.
following at all. I'm not following at all. Sorry.
So I
I'm just
have
not.
to get out of here in a few minutes, but I
Okay,
do
bye,
have one
Gina.
question for your
Of
husband real quick before I
course.
go.
Sure.
So if we do go to the vials, and this is just more a stupid I don't know question.
Mhm.
So like obviously we would be giving them with like insulin syringes. Do
Mhm.
those require a prescription to buy them, or can you just buy them?
It's a gray area depending upon where you're at. Theoretically speaking, it falls underneath the area of a medical device or medical equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something that a doctor can write a prescription for.
The
But you do
syringes?
have pharmacies who, anytime you get a prescription that requires a syringe, they'll automatically give it to you. So it's not
Yeah. If
always
it's $1,
something
it's
that it's
CVS for
needed
4
for,
syringes.
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it is technically medical equipment.
Okay. Like
Technically.
I said, just a curious question
Yeah.
in case we,
Yeah, never know. That's my whole thing too. And I know everybody loves their pins, especially JT. But
I would actually
I don't
I
care.
would have no problem going to the
I legitimately just want my medicine. I
self-injectable.
really don't
I just
care.
want my meds. I don't
I
care.
just want my meds. I don't
Don't
care
save
either.
that,
I
JT.
want my pen.
JT
Don't
loves her
save
pen.
that. Don't save that.
She
If somebody
loves it.
breaks into your house, they now have everything they need on that pin to set you up for so many different things. It's not even funny.
Oh, look, we got
Destroy the
something from
pin.
Lydia.
What's
Lydia
up?
says the syringes you usually can just buy. She says, but you need a reason for them. You can't just like buy them to buy
Right.
100 syringes. Yeah, for whatever
Right.
reason. Yeah. Yeah,
But
I get that
then,
because it would be sketch. Yeah.
but then even with the
Yeah,
vial,
Janine only wants her pen, she says.
they're still going to have barcodes and everything on it. It's
Sure.
still
Yeah.
going to be, I mean, Lilly is going to track the crap out of it, as well
Honestly,
as a
it's
QR code.
absolutely brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant to because I think the fact that they had to have known this was coming. I mean, the fact that it just got approved and we didn't know anything about it, they knew this was a problem a while ago. And that's the thing is they don't tell you what's happening behind them, like, smoke and mirrors, right?
Mhm.
Like behind closed doors, like behind the curtain, like,
Yeah.
and then you just find out about it. It's brilliant. They and I would say they recover from shortages much better than Ozempic Wegovy or do.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, like
big
within a
time.
month, and with Ozempic Wegovy, we're still it's months now, right? Like they really do. They recover. I think there was some lessons learned there for them with how badly that was handled, and then they screwed
Yeah.
Cooch again.
Well,
You know?
because the shortages last year, I
Yeah.
started in January, but they said
Yeah.
the shortages last year were horrendous. Like people,
Yeah.
even Kat said she went like 2 months
She
without
did, yeah.
her, medication.
Yeah. 'Cause that was their first shortage. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they had this other one more recently. And this has been more intermittent, but I think it's probably been a month or two. But they still seem to come back. Like you'll check the next day and it'll be like, it's not back order, but it's, intermittent. And then through
Yeah.
this month, and it changes constantly because I do think that in terms of both of them, they seem to have their crap together a little bit better, but
I think
I
that
think the
Lilly-
auto injector is a problem.
Yeah.
I think
Lilly definitely has it much more together because the
Yeah.
maker of the Ozempic and the Wegovy pens is in Europe, and there was an article that even said that they're questioning why Novo continued to go with this pen maker, knowing
Yeah.
that they had like safety violations and things like that. So
Yeah.
it's like you like knowingly continue to go with this company,
Yeah, for sure. Oh, here Carly says, she says, imagine being the pin maker that got the contract and then couldn't keep it with production. Look, that's hard to come back from. It's hard to come back from in your career, losing something like this,
Yeah.
Photo. Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, Novo, bless their heart.
Yeah. Bless their heart. Ooh, that's fun. Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't
there,
like that.
Carlos, did you do this?
No,
on
ma'am.
accident. Oh no.
I
no,
like
no.
That was.
Oh,
she's
that's
playing with
fun.
the
Can you
filters.
I can pull things around. This is interesting. Oh, look at there. Ooh, I could do that for community stories.
Yes.
Oh, look
Mhm.
at that.
That's what I'm going to do for community stories from now on so we can focus on the community member.
Yes.
I love
like it.
See, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't screwed up.
I like it.
Love it. Learning every day. Yeah.
You
Well,
are.
it says what? She says, what I'm going to, what
What's
are you
up?
saying, Stacey? What I'm not going to save my Ozempic pens. No, don't save those. Are nasty. I mean, don't save
No,
any of them. Stop saving the
anything that has
pens.
your DNA on it needs to be destroyed.
Well, in all fairness, honey, everything has our DNA on it.
Yeah, but you
so.
don't want your blood because it can be replicated, and the things that can be done with it are not good.
What things? Oh, don't conspiracy theory on this.
It's not conspiracy theories; it's facts. We have DNA hackers now. We have people that can hack that, and they can.
They want another me.
things.
What are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do?
Hack my pen though.
No, they're going to hack your DNA. So they're going to figure out your makeup. They're going to figure out what you are already predisposed to, and then they can create viruses specifically that only affect you.
Oh, they already have my DNA since like birth.
Yeah, but now they're getting fresh copies of it because you're leaving a pin around. Trust me, you don't want to save that stuff. You don't want to. Just like you don't want to take the same drive home every day or the same drive to work every day. Because people determine patterns. And once a bad person has determined the pattern that you use, they then have an easy way to do bad things.
What you say? No, baby.
No, baby.
No.
All right. Well, we do need to wrap up because our child.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, I'm out. My situational awareness is causing problems.
Can you go handle the child while I wrap everything up here, please?
I'm playing video games. Bye.
Please. He needs help.
Oh my God! Video games.
What a turd! I'm gonna get him later, and not in the way he wants.
Look, girl. Oh, you know what?
Sherry says he's totally right.
Kim, can I just say, I went live just to remind people about this live because I was like, hey, come on over to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Someone actually said, you look too slim.
Oh, someone said it to me one time. I was like, go look at my try on videos. I'm an 18. Like,
I'm like, I
didn't pay attention. Oh, well, I don't think you look too slim. Is that what they were saying? That you look too slim? I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, me.
I think you're perfect. I think you look great.
Well, thank you. But they said that
was it a hater or was it someone that likes us?
Well, you know what? I don't know, but I think that you had made a video about that, or excuse me, someone in the community was like, well, when you're a certain size, well, you need to lose weight. Then when you lose weight, then it's like, oh, well, don't get too small. And then when you're a person like me who's this close to maintenance, well, are you sure? I mean, like, it just never ends. It never ends.
And I don't think it's ever gonna end. Like, and that's why I think it's so important too, as our friends go forward, into the good night of maintenance, we realize it is not like what it sounds like. The goal is to get them on a situation where they maintain, but it is a bumpy ride, which is what we just talked about with Kim, right? On the most recent episode of Plus SideZ. It is a bumpy ride because we all have a chronic disease and some of us have two, and it's, we need to support each other. That's the thing is like, we have to be there for each other because nobody's going to look out for us because like, I hate to say it. And y'all know we're trying to change the narrative, but people don't care about fat people.
I mean, you know what? They don't. And then when you lose the weight, and your body is and your body's functioning properly, then it's like, okay, well, and my mom is one of those. My mom, like, I mean, she'll be 79 this year, but she's Jardine, you really don't need to lose any more weight. And like, she'll go on for 10 minutes. And it's like,
I can't even imagine. I figure I'll get that because I've always been big. So if I get down to like a size that's looking like more what I was like in high school, because I was still big then, I was still 14,
brace
people are going to be like, you're losing
brace.
I should have always been like this,
Yeah. Everyone, gird your loins, brace yourselves. And Kim,
Gird
at the
your
rate,
loins.
gird your loins, because it's going to happen, and you have
It's going to
to
happen.
be prepared with how to deal with it. And
Yeah.
and Kim, with the way, at the rate you're going, you will probably get to a size 10, 12.
I don't
Easy.
know.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think so. I think I may only be able to lose what I'm able to lose because I was so big. Like, I don't know if it's even possible, you know?
But remember, there's the metabolic changes that are
Yeah.
happening in our
Yeah.
bodies because of these medications.
Yeah.
I see you getting down to a 10, 12, because
That's really small for
it
me. I'm very
just,
tall. That's very small for me.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, but just know, everyone, the closer you get to your goal weight, I'm telling
Harder.
you, the pounds, you're going to start going up and down a little bit more,
Mm.
but the pounds will come off, but it's going to come slower. And be prepared for people to say,
You're looking too skinny.
you look too small.
That's so American. You're too fat or you're too thin. Like, there's a what
Yeah.
what the hell? Like, I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sick of people saying that crap. I'm sick of it.
yeah.
Done.
And that just blew me. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to come and tell you to come to YouTube. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. I want to make sure we do some call outs for people who learned
how
some
about
things from
that?
Dave. Yeah. Some
Yes.
call outs for some people that donated tonight. We've got
Yes.
Stacy, BH. Well, I don't know if everybody still is. We've got Sabrina. We've got our sweet Lydia,
Thank
who's not a part of the Plus SideZ
you.
crew. We got the other JT.
And
Yeah. And we
Tay.
got Tay. All right. Thank you so
Hey,
much for your
JT.
donations. We appreciate it so much.
Thank
And we love you to bits. And I thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. And we appreciate you
appreciate it.
continuing to support the Plus SideZ Podcast. And we're trying to do good things. And I'm hoping it's just going to open up as many doors as we can to be as loud as we can. And like I'm telling you guys, I'm blowing up the Rosie episode with paid marketing. So just hang tight. It's going to happen. So, okay, let's hasta la pasta.
It's a journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Thank you so
Bye.
much.